Okay, you ready for this? Matt Damon, Marion Cotillard, Gwyneth Paltrow, Bryan Cranston, Kate Winslet, Jude Law, Laurence Fishburne, Jennifer Ehle, John Hawkes. That is a cast.
A groundbreaking ceremony for a new factory.
Did she mention seeing anyone who was sick? Anyone on a plane, the airport?
No, she said she was jet lagged.
Contagion is directed by Steven Soderbergh, and it's a film that's about a virus that is spreading very rapidly, and it's just a kind of film that really realistically portrays what could happen if a very dangerous, life-threatening virus spread across the entire population very quickly. It's not a fun film, this ain't some comedy, this isn't a film you go to the theater to watch and have a good time. In fact, if you go to this theater sick, or if there are people coughing around you, you will immediately turn into a little chrysalis and just hate life all of a sudden, because this movie just makes you feel so paranoid about germs and sickness and disease, and the fact that it seems so realistic and plausible.
Matt. Mom? No, go up to your room, honey.
So we have a virus with no treatment protocol and no vaccine at this time.
You had a seizure this morning, Beth.
Does she have a history of seizures?
No.
Allergies?
All the actors in the film do a really good job of portraying the feelings that you might have in a situation, and it's interesting because there's so many different characters in this movie, and they're all over the world, and you'd think that it would make it really mixed up, because whenever a movie bounces between different characters, a whole bunch of different characters anyway, it can be really dangerous for the movie because it can make it seem very jumbled and mixed up, but not here. And the reason is because all of the characters are united by one thing. They're all dealing with the exact same problem.
Unfortunately, she did die.
Right. So can I go talk to her?
Mr. Amoff, your wife is dead.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
What happened to her? What happened to her?
This isn't a movie you go to thinking, oh, this is going to be so much fun to see this movie about contagion and mass virus and death. It very realistically portrays what might happen, and I really appreciate that, because it didn't take like a Hollywood route. It had the characters sitting down talking about just really scientific things. This is what could happen, this is what could happen, this might happen. All the actors in the film did a really good job. I really appreciate, in particular, Matt Damon's performance, Kate Winslet, Laurence Fishburne. I know I'm forgetting someone because there's so many, but I really think everyone did a really nice job in this movie. Steven Soderbergh is one of my favorite directors, and it's because all of his films look so beautiful. He's similar to me in that it seems like he's OCD about the frame and just setting it in just the right spot. Great lighting. He always makes his actors look really good too. Some of the issues I had with this movie are essentially the fact that since it is so realistic, the film gets really wordy at times in explaining the various scientific elements of this virus and this and that and how we're going to cure it and everything. And so it gets a little boring at times, and it's necessary to make the film seem realistic, but from a pacing standpoint, at times it does drag a little bit. Also, although the film is really good at weaving all the different stories together because they're all dealing with one particular problem, because there were so many different stories and so many different characters, it makes it hard for the film to have a satisfying resolution, because it's difficult to be able to end and conclude all of those different stories in a satisfying way.
Don't talk to anyone. Don't touch anyone. Stay away from other people.
Get back in your car! We're not sick!
But for the most part, I really did enjoy Contagion, simply because it was very realistically made, very well made, a really competent film, a really good looking film filled with great performances, and it really kind of makes you feel uneasy about the plausibility of some of the things they're talking about. So I'm going to give Contagion a B.
It's figuring us out faster than we're figuring it out.
It's mutated.
But if you like this review, you can subscribe to my channel and get Stuckmann.